Hello. I'll start with my usual statement, which is hopefully everything is working. Yeah, hopefully. Let me just quickly get my list out a sec. Right, today. So, last time I got got something done. What did I do? Oh yeah, that was it. I've got the furnaces working fully. So these are now fully automated. Because I needed to make ingots in the meantime, I moved the outputs just so I could grab the ingots rather than to run all the way upstairs for them. Yeah, I'm really pleased. This is working really, really well. Much better than I thought it would. So, woohoo to that. Good, I didn't turn the lights back on. So today's plan is to try and get those ingots into the thingy things. Whatever they're called. Not sure how I'm going to do that. Well, I kind of know how I'm going to do that. So the first thing you notice, I had to make this room a little bit bigger. Apparently 17 of these in a line still uses up a reasonable amount of space. So, yeah. I may have also mildly depressurized the base slightly. Turned out that that corner was pretty much right on the edge of the mountainside, so that happened. What else have I done? Not a lot, probably. So, the other thing I did was, as you can see, I've added 2 extra sorters in here. My plan for these is to filter out the uranium and the regen mix. So, both of those, I think what I'll do with them is go out under here, because there's actually a lot of room back here that I'd previously mined out. Now, I've blocked it in because I didn't really think I needed it, but I think I'll turn that space into an area to basically store the uranium and certainly store the regen mix. I might make a little setup over here that actually like processes it. I haven't quite decided yet. But yeah, that setup I've got downstairs is a bit blah to describe it as best. It was useful for a couple of little things they had, but as soon as I throw a little bit more at it, it's just, yeah. So, yeah, that's going to happen. Anyways. Yeah. So my plan for today is to basically finish off this system, which is basically going to be a duplicate of this thing. But I've got it set up a little bit differently. So, because this is ingots rather than ores, I don't think I'll ever have, like, masses of them, like, just stacked up in the system. So I don't think I need any of this stuff. So I basically just got stacker, which is set to stack at particular sizes. 50 it's 50, 30, or 25 if memory serves. Basically just little bits of ingot that I can then just drop into the assemblers downstairs as and when they need them. And then just directly into these. So I haven't quite decided how many of these I'll snack up. Part of me's tempted to just do the 2. But I haven't really decided yet. So, the first thing I need to do, because I didn't actually remember to do this last night, is I need to actually name all these. Which is always a good fun game. I need to remember not to miss copper this time, because I've missed that one every time we've done this. Electrum. Constant. Alloy. Strongly. Now. That's alloy. Stellite. There we go. So I plan to do a slightly different logic system on this. I want a bit more information out of these guys on an individual level, because that's how I'm effectively how I'm going to judge whether I need more ingots. So yeah, that's kind of going to happen. So I think the sorters will remain on the same kind of logic system that these ones run on, and in fact I'm tempted to run this cable all the way around here to here, and just so I don't need to put in extra logic. In fact, I'm going to do that. That sounds like a very good idea. Oops. 2. There we go. Right, that'll allow all those sorters to turn on and off, and it technically means I can sit here and use this computer to arrange things. Because, yeah, there's quite a few of those. I'll come back to that. I'll probably not bother trying to do that today, because that's just pain. Right. So I need to set all of these to 1. Turn them all on. Turn them all off for now. I probably want everything off. Oh yeah, that was something I did. I need to point that out. One sec while I just set these up. So this threshold seems to be a much better way of doing just one than trying to use logic for it. That's already got one there. Okay, right. So the other thing I did, you notice a slight rearrangement of cables here. So I included all the sorters, because I've now got a lot of them. Like, there are 11 here and 17 in here. So that's 10 watts each. So what's that, 300 odd watts just on its own? And basically put a batch slot reader in that registers anything in the incoming part. And then acts like the others do. In terms of it'll switch everything on for however many seconds it was. But yeah. The other thing I've done is these got a slight update. So now these guys turn on and off. They turn on briefly to send out items and then turn off again. And as those reach 5 watts each, that's still another 150 watts of power. So, slight bit of efficiency gain there, but not massive. Right. Let's plonk these down to finish off this setup. And I need to work out what the hell I'm doing with software, because although the request of it is going to be very similar. The request ink bit needs a bit of work. Okay. That's what I want. Just go like that. Hey, Stoosh. How are you? I'm alright, thank you. A bit sleepy, but that's pretty much normal for me. Just trying to finish building this thing. Which is a lot of shoots. Now I think... the furnace, the room with all the build construction machines is directly under there. So I'm going to go down here and go upwards to find out where the hell it actually turns out. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Maybe I had to turn my thrust up because I may have mildly got stuck to the roof as I depressurized everything. Okay, let's go down there then. Whoa, 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 whoa. That'll allow me to come out. That'll be my way into this bit of room. Oh my god, air! Stop moving! Just settle down already. How did I get in? There we go. Right. I can come out there. The other thing I want to drag through this is... Whoa, 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 whoa. Thank you, game, for the shove of air. Now I know approximately where that is, I'm going to go down from the end of the sorters. The theory, if anything random gets dropped in there, it should eventually end up at this point. So what I'm thinking is if I just drop that through the floor, then it can just dump out into that room. And therefore it's easier to find later on. And I can look at it and go, why the hell are you there? I feel like I should put this the other way around. I'm thinking I'll put an outlet on it. No particular reason other than it just finishes it a bit, I guess. I'm convinced it does that. As I didn't come in here the proper way, the lights are messed up. I really should just switch this out for like so let's just do it. Occupancy center was what I was thinking. This is officially classified as a separate room, I believe. Yeah, it is. Good. One sec. I'm just going to edit this piece of software. Import. Center. That's the one I want. And all I want to do is just set all these up. So the reason I'm doing this one like this is because I got lots of different types of lights in here. I don't need the sleep in. I should probably put a yield in. Just for stability purposes. In theory, that should just turn on and off. Perfect. That's what I wanted. And I think it was you, wasn't it, Mighty, that taught me about occupancy centers and they were worth actually using? Right. So the next thing is I have you. Yes, thank you for that. It's really, really, really useful. I also already managed to pass on the ratio inf to somebody else. I'm glad to report that system is working perfectly as well. Right, what do I need? I probably want a transformer. Also, I have a feeling a storm just started. I would say a storm has definitely just started. Well, at least my power pack is... Why have you got weird movement physics all of a sudden? At least the battery's going to get charged. Quite rapidly as well, apparently. Right. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Laptop. I need water. Let's just go grab water quick. Since I've actually started using cans of stuff rather than just eating raw food, I can just eat. I wanted a transformer, didn't I? One transformer left. So we're going to need quite a lot of programming chips for this. Actually, thinking about it. So, drop that there. What I'm thinking is my architecture, if you want to call it that, is going to be some more of these. I think I'm also out of these as well. Almost. See housing. Do not need 500 of those, thank you. Let's go with 10. Okay. Is effectively, I'm going to split this into 2 circuits. So one for these, one for these. The reason I want to do that is, as I've got 17 sets of things here, that's either 3 IC chips if I use all 6 slots, or 4 IC chips if I use 5 of the slots and 1 for like transmission of information. So by splitting it into 2 circuits, I can effectively split the information out. Because I think that works. Yeah. If I like batch write to a memory chip, for example, if I split them out, it won't affect the other one's memory chip. So I think that's probably the best way to go about this. So let's start off with the ingot requesting. Now, one of the fun things about this is, of course, the memory chip is hooked up to my blue circuit network, which is under here somewhere. There. In fact, it now goes over to here. If only you could do string compare. Yep. 4 loops would be lovely. I would love a proper looping system. I mean, you can sort of create 4 loops, but they're a bit of a pain in the ass. But I think it's just a function of the MIPS language, because it's super low level programming language. Yeah. So the memory chip is, unfortunately, on this line. Unfortunately, all my data is kind of hooked up. There's no easy way of getting that blue line over to a memory chip up here. Because, yeah, there's too many cables. I've kind of already closed off all of the routes it could probably take. So, without burying it inside of a wall, which I could do. Not really much use to that. Yeah, so I like the logic transmitters. I've used them before. My problem is they use 50 watts each. And because you need one at each end, that's 100 watts per. So what I'm thinking is, if I need to go grab stuff anyways, but I would say the batteries are charged. I want an IO memory. You guys finished. We have some more. Oh, I'm not waiting for that. I'll be back in a minute anyways. I was debating whether or not I start the IC chips themselves going. Okay. So what I'm thinking is I use I want a logic writer. A logic writer on this part of the circuit. No, I don't want that. Do I want that? No, I don't want that. One sec. I want this on this part of the circuit. So. If I then use a memory chip, I'll just drop that. Let's put that somewhere else. Memory chip. I can read that memory chip and write it to the other memory chip. Very, very little power consumption is what I'm thinking. There we go. Nope. That's it. Now I need to steal a bit of blue. And then realise I overrode the blue. Then I need to switch back to red. I'll end up with another transformer in a sec. Let me do that. Yeah. So I think I can then read that logic chip and write it to the other logic chip. Ingot request. Furnace requester, I think it's called. And just do setting. And I think anything I type in there will appear downstairs at some point. Let's give that a try. What steel? Steel is 8. You always need more steel. I have just realised a minor flaw in my plan, though. May have to use a logic transmitter.
Oxygen low. Oxygen critical.
Yeah, lady. Deal with it. What are you complaining about? 40. Well, it certainly came through. What's wrong with you? Peak. Why don't that have an issue? Nope, now you're fine. Random. Well, whatever, it's working. However, this is where my issue will show up. Which is, that says -1 now to say, completed. Give me another one. The one upstairs will still say 8. And that's a problem. So, I wonder if I could use logic mirror. Yeah, it's still saying 8. It only writes one way. Bah. I wonder if you can, like, stack logic mirrors. Wait, I had IO on me, didn't I? Whoopsie. Oops. Okay, that needs to go the other way around. It's not going to let me because cables are in the wrong spots. Weirdly, I saved myself a piece of cable doing that. Can I stack logic mirror on top of logic mirror? Apparently I can. Ooh. Now that's interesting. Actually, better idea. Let's not put that on that network, let's put that on this network so I don't get my logic mirrors confused. Have I done that right? I've done that wrong, haven't I? Right. That mirror wants to be on this network, not this network. The reason for that is because this network will run the out feed, whereas the top network will run the in feed. And I need this one on the in feed. Awkward. Plonk you all the way over here. That one. Okay. It's almost like I planned that. We know that's not possible. Right. Before we go any further, let's just double check this works. Because that wouldn't be very fun. Mirroring the furnace and then mirroring the mirror. I have no idea if you can stack them like this. Definitely not planned, and I'm not going to let you accuse me of planning that. on, I don't want a reader, I want a writer. Oh my god, there's going to be a million of these, aren't there? Where's L? Logic mirror. Setting. Let's go find out. Setting is a good start, because that's the only thing that's on a logic memory. I mean, aside from that, I've got a... What the hell did I put in? I thought I put in 8. I would say that worked. I'm not entirely sure why... What it's tried to make, though. um... Well, I guess there's some more Regent mix to add to the collection. I'm saying that worked, but I don't know what the hell it was trying to do. And yeah, let's work that out later. There appears to be some really random glitches in this system. I don't know whether it's the sorters messing up or something else. What should I do with steel? Steel. Let's also make a bunch more steel frames. All of it. There's quite a lot of IC chips. So, well, despite the fact that it didn't quite work, the experiment was technically a success, and I'm going to treat it as a success. And there's nobody who can tell me otherwise. Okay. Okay. Well, test one at success then. I can indeed mirror a mirror. Which, when you say it like that, sounds incredibly logical. So. I need 1, 2... Not me. I'm definitely not the best of them all. Right. Apparently some ingots have just... Why are you on? Oh, I bet I know why you're on. I bet one of these is out of materials. I really need to do something about this so I can tell which one of these is out of materials. Iron. Yep. Any more iron? Yeah, I'll be one sec. Still want to know what the hell's up with this song. I'm tempted not to make a counter and just make and just like register what's going on in each of the thingies, whatever they're called. I should have gone out via the furnace room, shouldn't I? That'll do for now. Yeah, not sure if I'm going to do it via the counter method or if I'm going to do it like... Since I've got a register of what's in the stackers, of just using that. By the way, can you actually hear the music? Or is it too quiet? Because whenever I look back at the VODs, I can never really hear it. Food. Technically yes. But in theory the stream should only hear should hear both of them. And it's only the recording I take that should only hear one of them. I take it that means you can't hear it. Right, what am I doing? I am... So, there's two things this thing needs to do. So the first one is turn on stackers. Nothing is in export slot. The second is request ingot when something happens. Well, let's say thingy slot, whichever one it is. And holding slot, whatever it's called. Less than, let's say, 200. So, normally, so that's what I did over here. But as I've got them on the chip anyways, I may as well just, like, run them on the chip. I'm actually thinking that the system that will tell me what ores I need will probably run off of a chip as well. But yeah. So let's try and make this a minute. So me. What am I doing? So, let's make the requester first. So I'm going to do this with alias stack d0. Let's just do a run. And then let's do a run. Since I just need to run this for every single slot, then sod it. I'll need that later, I think, probably, maybe. But basically, it's for the value I want to request if I need to request something. So, ls. How does ls look again? Terrible at remembering these things. L0. Stack. Now, what? The question is, which stacker have I got? Because, annoyingly, the stackers aren't quite the same. So let's try 2. Please, Stationeers devs, make the stackers the same. Why the hell you made one and another, I don't know. Quantity is what I want. No, actually, hang on. No, I don't want that. Hang on. I'm doing the first bit first. Occupied. And if it is not occupied, let's do this the other way. If it is occupied, so if R0 equals 1, skip release. And then if it's not occupied, it carries on, and it will do S stack. No idea what the hell I want to actually put into there. Activate, I assume. Stacker. Nope, I don't want that. Okay, there's an interesting fact. Okay. So, what I want is output 1. What I also just discovered is I want to do SD0 mode 1, I think it said. Just double check that's still actually correct. Yeah, logic. I need to set it to actually do logic mode. I need to do that across the whole board. I'm assuming I need to tell it to stop outputting. I'll have to test that, I think. But other things to do first. Right. So the export slot. Right. Check more is needed. Skip release. Right. So this one is again ls stacked. This time slot 2, and I want quantity. And what I'm doing is simply checking if A is larger than or equal to or that to 200. So I'm doing it this way around again, because if it is equal to it, it doesn't need to carry on with the code, it can jump back to the next bit. Whereas if it does, it needs to do something, doesn't it? Which is going to be SB, is it? Yep. Now I assume I have to write to the logic chip rather than memory here. Again, that might need some testing. Setting, that's R15 because that's the value I want to get. No, actually, hang on, there's more to this. There is a lot more to this. So, what I'm thinking is hang on. Right. So what I'm thinking is because I have 3 of these, you technically try and make 3 requests at once. So I actually need to do something a little bit different here. So I'm tempted to switch you for a batch writer. Does that work? I need a batch reader first, though. No, I need a batch reader, then I would need just a normal writer. Because what I was thinking is I could set it to here, and then just use a batch reader to read everything. And just pick the highest value. The other option I've got, I guess. Actually, I kind of like this one. Is I use the, because effectively I only need all but one of these, so I could use the last one as an actual controller, so that one actually has sending out data to that logic mirror. Might do that. So in that case, what I'm thinking is I actually write, rather than on batch, I write to the setting on the chip controller itself. And then I just need to put in a little bit of a weight thing for when it gets back to -1. So in theory it'll be R1 TV setting. And you are not equal to -1, as that's I'm reset command. You go back to weight. In theory, that writes what it wants. That then reads it and waits for it to, and it just holds up the software until then. I think that'll work. At least it'll work for this one. It will have to be slightly different bit of software on the other one. And by other one I mean the controller one. And you also can do that at some point. Okay. Export. Now I get the fun of actually like trying to pick all these out. Silicon. Iron. Gold. Copper. Silver. Lead. I'll just do all these at once. Nickel. Steel. Electrum. Invar. Constant. Solder. That's alloy. Extra alloy. Inconel. Clasp alloy. Stellite. And of course I want the logic mirror on that one. So in theory, with a very slight set of modifications, namely just incrementing the numbering, I can just export you, return you. That one should be number 2 ready. And number 3 needs a bit more thought. So A, that no longer works. This one is no longer required. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. And what I need to do is set you to read there. So rather than waiting, if it equals, it doesn't equal -1 this time. Yeah. It just skips the setting. I might as well run you up here. There's no real benefit to me running that slightly further down. if not -1, skip setting. Skip check, sorry. And effectively what I do is add another bit of software in here that check that decides what is being requested. So effectively what I think I'm going to do here is read on the batch, not the logic mirror on the IC housing. IC housing. What was the thingy? Slot, batch. Variable will be setting, and let's do minimum. Then all I do is so effectively then I write that to the logic mirror. So S D5 setting R2. Then I need to read the logic. I need to read the logic mirror. D5 setting, and if it is not equal again to -1, it goes back to wait. I don't need that, do I? Then at the end of it, what I'm going to do is set all of the back to -1. Yeah, I know that's a little bit unnecessary. Effectively, it resets stuff even when it doesn't, but I haven't got a way of directly reading which one of them it was I was running. So, ooh, I can't do that. That has to be maximum, because the minimum would always be -1. And therefore, I would never request anything, whereas it's maximum, if it's anything other than -1, it should work. Probably want to add that into all of the code. Now, I have no idea how the hell I'm going to test this. Import. So, yeah. Because I kind of don't want to test it until I've actually got some ingots in it. I don't really need it to just make all new ingots for me. Because I've got tons in the machines already. I kind of don't really need it to make more of them. How many do I have? Like loads. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what I want to do there. I'm tempted to make... Just finish making everything else first, and then come back to that. So what I'm going to do now, then... So that's 2, didn't I? Is put in the silos, because I'm going to use silos for storing the uranium and the regent mix. Like I said, I think I plan to do that through this wall. They did actually mine out quite a good area back here, which I'm currently not using. Now I'll just have to excuse the fact that's going to be floating in midair for a moment. I want some steel frames to use as floors. I'm not really going to work out the access to this because, let's face it, this isn't an area I plan to visit very often. But I do at least need something there. And that's all the excess dirt. Apparently it's not going to let me have that bit of cobalt. May just mine these bits of cobalt. This cobalt's always good. Okay. Get back. Thank you. Apparently the air movement was so strong, it stopped me going forward. Thank you, game. I love you, really. Oh, well done. Okay. The other thing I'm going to do quick is go turn this up to 10, because as you can tell, the base is still somewhat depressurized from when I depressurized it during construction offline. Let's turn you up to 10 so I get a bit more airflow through. Oh. I then want... Hopefully my silos have been made. They have. I always forget how big these things are. They're huge. I'm hoping that's a big enough space to actually sit them. It is. Good. Okay. The first thing I need to do is work out where the hell these come out. I have a feeling it's in the wall. Yep, I would say that is definitely in the wall. also need some shoots, because that's probably not enough. Probably enough to get them out, isn't it? So, I'm not really expecting to be able to get access to the back of this. So, hence I'm just going to put all these in right now. Oops. And I'm just short. Come on, and go. I feel like I may have overproduced on the shoots front. I'm not sure why I'm thinking that. In fact, I'm convinced I might just be going mad. I'm wondering why I'm even questioning why I made how many shoots I made. Whoa. Okay. So in theory... Oh, it's at the top of the back. Freaking things. Pretty sure it's like here. I would say that is a yes. It is there. Throwing all that effort, walking all the way over there to get more shoots. I didn't even need them. Typical. Alright, what the hell do I need to make these? Steel sheets. I have no steel sheets. I also need to move that logic chip so it's not in my way. Steel sheets, I said. Plastic sheets. Apparently I still need the welder. Because welding plastic sheet sounds like a really smart idea. Right, there we go. This side has power. And, conveniently, the other end of the power is just over here. Okay, transforms. It also means I put my three-way in the wrong spot. These things are only like 10 watts each, aren't they? I'm not too worried about like... Oh, base power usage 1. Do they go up from that? Next thing I need to do. Go check which one of these is actually which. Through. Regen, that one's uranium. Okay. So, regen, silo. Uranium, silo. Right. If I ever pick up uranium, and for the amount of regen I've got, I'll now store it. So the next thing is to move that regen from there over to here, so I can sort of process it. Not sure how. I'm thinking go up through here and run along the floor and put them here. But first, I should really move this. Where do I put you? Put you over here. I need some blue. Let's go down first. You're actually under the floor. Really? Really? Can't put the last piece down without demolishing this. Oh. Interesting. You can't put cable through the bottom of the stairs. Oh, there we go. That's today's discovery for you. Puts it along the edge, but not through the edge. Interesting. Alright. Random, but working. That's not a mirror. Why is there no device? No. Oh yeah, furnace requester. Now this one's going to be complaining at me because I've deleted its friend. Okay. Right. I need some centrifuges. So I guess I'm going to build 2 centrifuges right now. Should I go 3? Let's go 3. The reason I'm thinking 3 is because that makes 4 total, which is effectively, which means I can evenly split with stackers into them. Actually, no. I am going to go for 2. I can use the overflows. Not use those yet. Let's use the overflows. Oh. Yay! Okay. In theory, this should be the last bit of this room I want. Other than finishing all the software for it. I feel like I should put the second railing on that stairs. Yeah, because I don't think there's anything else I need after that. The ore that comes out of the centrifuge can go straight back into the system. I will, however, split out regen mix again, because I don't... Because before, if you had, like, weird compounds, it wouldn't regen them, but... Oh, hold on. Hang on. These things actually spit out ingots now. If a recycler or unbalanced furnace outputs regen mix rather than the desired ingots, a centrifuge allows you to reclaim the raw ore. Item dirty. What's that? Ooh, I have no idea that existed. Combustion centrifuge. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Yeah. I'll come back to that. Alright, I need some sorters. No, I don't. I just need conveyors. Let's get the conveyors going before I get those in. So I'm going to need a reasonable number of conveyors this time, I think. I hope. Get rid of some of my conveyors that I've built. You can just get to sector constantly output. There's no reason why I can't. I'm just using it as a buffer. Just to make sure that the main system doesn't get clogged. Right, so the reason I was going to go up through this tile is because there's a cable there. Just going to run it on the other side so that it doesn't... to minimise the amount that's through the floor, let's say. Without, like... because I don't want it to actually cross my walkway. No idea if I'm going to be able to do this without deleting those railings yet again. I swear I spend half my time deleting these railings. Alright. Come all the way along here. And I need some sorters. Sorters. I have lots of stackers. Not that many sorters. No, I didn't want sorters. Hang on, I'm using overflows. Okay. Centrifuge goes this way. This one there, let's say. Second one there. I then need steel sheets, which of course I don't have. I miss having my extra backpack so I can just carry tons of stuff in. I need to do this so I can actually get those back. Welder. Nope, wrench. Oh, then a welder. Okay. How do these overflows work? So it passes through, unless it's got too much, and then it drops out. In theory, by doing that, should work. Although really I should move that guy to over here where the last one will sit. What have we got between? 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, so the last thing I need to know, before I can really crack on with this, is what comes out the centrifuge. Because at the moment it's almost suggesting like it's going to give me invar, which is not an ore. I didn't think they gave you anything but ores. In fact, if it was invar, I thought it just gave you more regen mix. Why are you not actually like working? Not on, that's why. Yeah, I thought so. Can you give me my 1 gram of silicon? Fine, don't give me 1 gram of silicon then. Right. No! Give me that back. No. Thank you, you took the battery out for me. It's not what I wanted you to do. Okay. How do I wreck you? Crowbar. Okay. Let's go put this in its final spot. Okay. 3 of those. The output. So, I now need to filter it again and take any of the regen mix out again. Because, of course, there will be some left in it. And I don't want that just to keep rolling through. I do actually have a sort to do. I'll do, I guess. Oh, no windows. Don't want windows. Okay. And the non-sorted will end up in here. Because I want it just to get put back into the main ore system. Hang on. Somehow I still put that in the wrong spot. I wanted it there. Better idea. Something like this. It's a little bit sort of neater there. This one needs to go just somewhere else. I don't know where yet. How are you going to get across to there? Okay, that hasn't quite worked. Yeah. Lights are in the way. Let's put you across here then. Let's plonk you there. I'll just have to do a bit of a squiggly up here. What? Oh, I could have left it where it was, whatever. Okay, so that should be all the ore going back to there once I've set this up. Next is what to do with the regen mix. I'm tempted just to throw it in with the uranium. Or I store it somewhere else. I mean, I could just put a vending machine up here. Just dump it in the vending machine. Let's just dump it in the vending machine, so that'll do. I made some and I haven't really got much use for them, so yeah. Well, I don't have much use for them yet. Don't like you that way around. You can go that way around. Got space to get a cable through. Can I put a corner? Can. Cool. What I was just testing was whether or not I can neatly put these conveyors through to it. I can. Because although you can't go straight across a wire, you can apparently put corners through. Because logic makes sense-ish somewhere. Okay. So that allowed me to put the regen mix into this guy. Or what's left of the regen mix into that guy. Now I just need to cable it up and put some power down for it. Looks a bit awkward, but it'll do. Probably could do something else, but oh well. Power to where? You. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be very interesting. Maybe I can go... I'm going to hook up the data for these as well, by the way. Just in case I want it later. Yeah, go through there. Kind of neat. Bit spaghetti-ish, but kind of neat. Okay. I just need power over here for this guy. This is where I'm thankful I left this one spot. Right. I don't think I need to actually turn that guy on. I think it'll accept ores without it being on. I think. Right. So what I now need to do is put a sort of thing on there. At least temporarily, I'm tempted to hook it. I can't bother. Let me go grab the computer that's downstairs. I'll bring that upstairs and put the sorter algorithm on that. Well, algorithm sort of chip on that. Steel sheets. Oh, got more basic shoots. Okay. I got the fun of picking all these up and putting them back in my inventory. Lucky me. Wow, that is a lot of regen mix. Anyways. Okay. Plonk you down. You got power and data. I need to actually give this circuit some power. That would help. Okay. Now, if memory serves, regen mix is right down the bottom of the list. And now we play the game of, please give us a filter, at least a better interface. Regen mix, that's the one I want. I feel like I put those the wrong way around. I have put those the wrong way around, haven't I? Oopsie. Straight on is reject, and off to one side is what I want it to actually output. Well, want is a wrong word, but what it is outputting set to output. I'd rather didn't output any regen mix. Okay. How much power does centrifuge take? 100 watts. Not sure. Debating whether I put it on logic or not. I'm tempted just to batch read the slots.
Oxygen low. Oxygen critical.
Oops. this gets me about my 2 hard backpacks. Or hard suit backpacks. Learning about going to just kick all the stuff out of it. Thank you. Ooh, it's almost down to temperature. Okay. As I found a Mr. Piece. Saw nothing. I didn't miss a piece. Probably. Right. Have I got regent mix in here? Right. Processing. Perfect. I guess that means the overflow system works. So, a little bit of logic then. So I only need batch reader, batch write, and a batch write. Sorry, a batch slot reader and a batch slot writer. Slot writer, batch writer. Too many terms. Batch slot reader. Batch writer. Okay. Theory. I select the centrifuge. Oh, great. Is this thing going to be a regent deal? Is that going to be in the regent slot, or is that in the import slot? Hang on. It's probably in the import slot, isn't it? Okay, yeah, it does look like it is. Phew. Okay. That should process and then dump it all back in the system. Woohoo! Automated regen sorted. One more thing done. I may have to work out that combustion thing at some point, just because that looks kind of interesting to try and work out. But not right now. Okay. That's a good point. One sec while I test something. I do that. What comes out? I'll have to wait till it actually finishes processing one. Curious whether it'll export the ores only, or whether it'll export like the regen mix. Ah. To wait for more of it to export. Okay, cool. So it looks like that just exports what's in the exporter. So I can just leave all those open. And that can go into the stackers, which will then start working. Perfect. Right, one issue solved. Need to go grab a new water bottle. Do, 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 do. Okay. So what else do I need to do? Is that one sorted? Now it's this system. So, first question is, do I think I have everything I need? So I could just pull all the ingots out and dump them in the system. No, I can't do that. And I can't do that because I haven't actually gone through and set all of the sorters up. So this is going to be fun. Excuse me for a few while I do the boring job of sort out whitelists on these. Is that right? Wait, what? Where's all? Got some more nice space on there. Yeah, solid. Yeah, boy. It's weird how doing that doesn't lose you your spot. Almost everything else does lose the spot in the list. Lead. Cool. Gone too far. Haven't I? Steel. Huh. I happen to land on exactly on the right one. Ingot. Invar. Considern. I almost wish there was a way of doing this via software, because I just freaking write these in. Probably be quicker. Two to go. Silicon. Alright, silicon, wasp alloy, canal, solder, constantan, electrum, steel, nickel, lead, silver, copper, gold, iron, stellite. That one's got lead, copper, iron, gold, silicon, uranium, coal, silver, region, gold. Perfect. In theory, if I go grab all my ingots and dump them in the system, nothing in that one. I have quite a lot of ingots, apparently. In fact, so many, I don't think I can fit them all in my backpack. Hmm. Right, I need to make sure these sorters are set up correctly. I need to add into there ingots. Assuming again. Ingot. That'll allow the ingots to pass through. That's off, I turn it all on. I really need to automate that because I'm lazy. The only problem with this is some of these might stack up weirdly. I haven't really got much storage space, and I've probably got more ingots than I really can take in the system at once. That might be an interesting flow power in a second. Okay. Let's go grab the last batch of these and dump them in the system. Okay. Appears to be a storm here. Not sure what gave me that impression. At least you're not giving me weird visual effects this time. Right, let's see what's going on up here then. I have a feeling the whole system is just going to be backed up at this point. Partly because none of these are on. Partly because I've not allowed enough power bandwidth to actually run everything. Okay, stuff is moving. And I have a feeling it's just going to jam up. Like, I think there's far more than like 2 silicon, 3 silicon, how many it's going to fit. Yeah. That's a problem. Okay. The thing you can really do about this is add more conveyors to stack in. It's going to make a bit of a mess because it's got to dump everything out over the top of. I don't think I'll need to do it for like stellite. But certainly like silicon and some of the heavy use ones, I probably am going to need to do this. That probably wasn't the smartest move. Thankfully, not a lot came out. There's no way iron's not going to be stacked up as well, so let's do iron next. Oh, this is going to be so awkward to get to all this stuff. Oh god. I appear to be stuck. There we go. Thankfully just ramping up your jetpack gets you out of those situations. I can think of doing this is to get in through here. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Okay. What's the next one? Gold. A little bit of question mark on whether or not some of these... Yeah, that one definitely. Something definitely needs doing. Okay, gold isn't one of them that actually needs doing, so... Thankfully, that'll just carry on going. I have a feeling that just put something in I didn't mean it to put in. Oh well. I have a feeling when I get downstairs, I'm gonna have extra stuff waiting for me I didn't mean to have. Okay, steel is probably the last one I'm going to have problems with. Whichever one that one is. Lead, I'm definitely not going to have a nickel. I don't think I'll have steel. You're probably the last one I'm going to have problems with. No. That is... I'm not sure if I'm worried or surprised by that. Right, something's still blocking up though, because no. Moon checks the import slot, not Apparently I have no wasp alloy. Oh, I think I know where the wasp alloy is. Very little Astra alloy. I'm just turning all these off to save power. Okay, I think the wasp alloy is down here in the cupboard. I'd be surprised if I had none. Yeah, I had a feeling I dropped one of you guys in there. Cool. Okay. That should be all the ingots loaded. Now, what I'm thinking is I'll turn on the first one of these and test that one first. I'm also thinking I want to take you away. I want to put a memory in instead. The reason I want to do that is that I want to verify it's working before it starts ordering up stuff to the furnaces. Memory. I actually want more memory. You guys still having fun? I'll take that as a yes. Oh, wait, where am I going? I want to go over here. Okay. Logic memory. So in theory, if I turn this on, I should try and do 13. It should set that to 13. I set you to -1. It's still going to set it back to 13. I had a feeling that was going to happen. And the reason that's going to happen... yeah. Okay. Right, the reason that's going to happen is A, nothing's going to come up to here anyways, so that happens. B, there is enough hast alloy. There's no hast alloy at all in the system somehow. Apparently I just don't have any. Or in Canal. I thought I put wasp alloy in. Oh, I bet it, if I had any. Ah, of course there will be a little bit in these chutes, so that might be where it all is. But effectively, yeah. Effectively, once a request has been cleared, it can't re-request until something's turned up. Does that make sense? Because it'll take a while for it, once it's made the request, to process the ore and send it up. And I don't need it sending through process requests until it just hogs up the system. So I'm tempted to use the import count and effectively not allow it. So it'll work really well for some of them, but not others. It really annoys me that it puts the laptop down at a weird angle. So rather than this weight, I need to change what it's doing. So what I'm thinking is I will read stack import count. Now I need to also do s stack clear memory 1. So that clears the import count. And effectively, I'm waiting until the import count equals 1. And that will hold this entire thing up until it actually gets its ore through. This is probably easier just to change these numbers. Question is what I do about this one. What do I do about this one? This is a bit of a weird one because effectively I need 2 bits of software running at once on one chip. One that's looping through this setup, and one that's looping a check for when the import comes, so it holds up the next. I mean, actually, hang on. What could I could actually do something about this, couldn't I? So if I set this up to check, yeah. So effectively, that allows it to do an ambient check. But what I'm thinking is I then re-edit this back to what the other ones have. So I can't remember what it is. One sec. Import. Copy. Windows. Fine. Windows be retarded. That is not what I wanted. Fine. Be like that. There we go. What I'm thinking then is I jowl check in the middle of this. That'll effectively keep running the checking script. It's not guaranteed that this thing will actually be the highest value, although theoretically it is, but bah. In theory, that should work. Hang on, there's one thing I do need to do. I just need to store the return location and reset it because it will get messed around here. Theory, that should now work. Question mark. Oops. Theory, if I do that, set it to -1, this will remain at 13. In theory, even if I now reset that, oh no, it obviously worked properly. In theory, until it gets that item through, it should always work. So let me turn these on. So let's turn those back off again. Because you need to go away. Give my mirror back. Okay. I have absolutely no idea if it's going to work. And it actually is not going to work in theory because stuff's messed up. Namely, the ingots aren't going to make it back into the system. God, I always hate doing this.
Oxygen low. Oxygen critical.
Okay, interestingly, it's not heated down yet. Actually, one other thing I want to check. Okay, good. You have nothing in you. Why have you not repeated down? This is where having a pressurized environment is kind of annoying. It'd be really nice if I could just, like, forget about some of this stuff. Let's reset that. So I can tell whether it resets that, because it should go back to -1. Briefly. Yeah, I need to go downstairs. I hope just taking it out and in works. Ah. I hate doing testing, I can't see. Because something always goes wrong. It's never that simple. And it appears, yes, stuff is still going wrong. Hang on. I know what can help me here. If I put a IO read, I should be able to read what the logic mirror is saying. Okay. I have a feeling the issue is this isn't resetting the software as I'd like it to. Right. That is not transmitting. Why are you no longer transmitting data? You're just never getting into here? You should be. Let's try setting this at the top rather than the bottom. Right. That's now sent. And it's now still at -1 because it's not gotten to that part of the code to check itself. Still at 6. It does take a minute, doesn't it? So let's keep waiting. So let's go down. Okay. Nothing seems to have come, which is a bit of an issue. What's 6? 6 is lead. I got no lead ingots or something at all. This is the problem when you get these like systems on top of systems on top of systems is it's not always the most obvious what the hell's gone wrong. You're saying -1, so it thinks it's sent. Do I have lead? That's the next question. Iron, gold. Definitely got lead. But I have not got any lead up here. Down here, I should say. So why the hell do I not have lead down here? Definitely no lead. Definitely no lead. Why have you not requested blasted it. It's definitely not gotten through the system. What number is lead? 6. Still on 6. Shouldn't have needed to do that, but let's see if that's now got lead down here. Still no lead. Okay, what the hell's going on? I got another issue. So the thing is ticking through like it should, which says to me it's just not releasing. My guess is that's going to be related to the fact I'm trying to turn them on and off. Save power.
Hunger caution.
Okay. Your laptop. I have a feeling I just need to put some yields in. Because all I've done is that. Oh, that might be why. Looks like I only updated one of the things. Theory. Now set you to 6. 6. 6. Have I got all the ore downstairs?
Oxygen low. Oxygen critical.
Yeah, lady, deal with it. The test of that will be, is this back to -1? It is back to -1. So I'm going to watch this for a moment. Because lead's one of the ones that's really, really doesn't require much temperature. No. Looks like it's actually quite easy to make. Okay. In theory, that should reappear up the top. And hopefully give it me enough lead that it doesn't request a second one. Question mark. Okay. There's more than enough lead in the system now. Are any of these actually supposed to be requesting ores? That one's not. That one's not. No. Copper is supposed to be requesting. Alright. Okay, this doesn't work then. Okay. I think the reason it doesn't work is because it resets to -1. In the code, it'll never escape that waiting function because it'll never get an import count. So that needs a bit of extra thought put to it. I think the import count works. But I'm going to need a 4th IC chip as the controller chip. One that reads each of these. And then outputs back to the requester. Because the request should be different to the... Yeah, I'm going to have to do it like that. Okay. So. Let me grab you. Import. Grab you. Edit. 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. That should be 17. Oh. I'm also just thinking. I don't know why I'm doing it like that. First things S stack on 1 needs to be there. It needs to be turned off there. And the stack needs to be on here. It only gets turned off once it's actually got this import. Because it doesn't appear to actually register an import until it's actually while it's off. Export. Okay. So this should be 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh. I never actually deleted this, did I? I need you gone. I have to copy this over again because, yeah, that happened. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, let's help you actually hook it up to the power grid so it can get data. You want to be a logic mirror. Then you want to be number 1, you number 2, you number 3. Okay. Clear. So this wants to read through IC chips, put request. Oh, I don't think I need to do that. Main, jmain. So alias, check D1. Let's put that as chip. Then I do JAL. Check like that. So effectively, I read the setting. If the setting is equal to -1, it skips back because it means there's nothing in it. If it isn't, I write the D0 setting R0. I then wait read D0 setting if that is not equal to -1, you wait. It just keeps cycling through. And after it's done, you write to tip to say done, move on. In theory, all I need to do is copy paste that a few times. In theory, you should equal 4. Eventually that should set to -1. So I play the game of this takes a lot longer than I would think it should. There it goes. 7, which was the next one. theory, if I go downstairs... Both furnaces should be running. One with nickel. One with copper. Which is exactly what it should be. Okay. That should allow 13 to be made. Which is... cast alloy. What's cast alloy? Silver, nickel, cobalt, which is a good start. I have silver. Grams is cobalt. Perfect. In theory, this should now start to pressurize, and it's going to constantly switch between hot gas and cold gas. Now, the only problem with this is going to slowly heat up my cold gas. I wish there was like a non-return valve on these. There must be a way of making them. Let's have a quick look. Spherics. Tons of pipes, tons of other bits. That pressure regulator I don't really want. Because they're super slow. One-way valve gas. Ooh, that's what I want. Right, I'm going to go... I would say I'm going to go make some of those, but I've got no ingots in the machines to go and make it with. Ah, the irony. No idea what that just made. Getting there. 25, wasn't it? Perfect. Theory. Well, let's go upstairs and have a look at what's going on there. I have no idea what it's doing now. It's probably smelting another ingot. I feel like they're all just waiting for ingots to appear. Ingots are not appearing. What? Where are the ingots? Where? Where? Not there. Because you're waiting, but nothing's arrived. Why would copper be waiting? There's loads of copper. Where the hell are those ended up then? Unless it made regen mix back somehow. Ah. Not in here. 3 ingots got made, and I can't find 3 ingots. They're definitely not in here. Definitely gone down into the system. Checked it before, it definitely goes... Stuff definitely ends up back up there. So where the hell could it be? I got some sort of blockage. Hang on a sec. Let's turn that system off for a minute. I want to see if this times out. Because if it doesn't time out, that means something's stuck in one of the conveyors somewhere. I don't know which one. I don't think it's any of these. I need to put a conveyor piece back in there at some point. Right, there it's blocked. Right, why are you blocked there? What are you? Steel? Hang on. Let me up. It's not released anything in. Oh, it's not going to do it because it's on logic. I think putting it on logic mode is probably a bad idea. Let me set these all back to normal mode, because I don't actually need to do that, I just need to turn it on. I think that's my issue here. Oops. Import. 0, 0, 0, 0. Yield. Output, output. Okay. Let's go back up here. Where are we at? Steel. Mm. Why are you not working? You've got stuff in you too. What are you stuck on? Electrum. Oh, I have no idea what the hell's going on. I'm too tired to think about this tonight. Which is slightly annoying. Because I feel like I'm like one step off this working. I'm just missing something critical. I just can't quite work out what it is. So yeah, as it is gone 10 o'clock here, I'm going to go to bed. And I'll either come back on Saturday or Sunday evening, I don't know which one. Maybe both. I don't think I've got any plans this weekend, so might be on both this time. But yeah, I'll either come back with it somewhat solved, or at least a very good idea of how to solve it. Just not quite sure how to do that right now. So yeah, I'll see you in a few days' time. Yeah. Hopefully with a solution to whatever the hell's going on here. Anyways, thank you very much for coming. I'm actually, before I forget, I'm going to actually try raiding some of these fonts. I've not actually bothered trying this font. How the hell do I do this? I guess I need to find someone to raid first. I guess as I'm doing Stationeers, I should probably find somebody who's playing Stationeers to raid. What? Ah. Browse games. Nice of you to actually, like... give me the game I'm playing as one of the ones I could go and look at. And Twitch can be such an annoying thing. No idea who this is, so... guessing. Right. Have fun, everyone. Bye, bye. Maybe. Come on.
Tailolian, thank you very much for the raid and welcome everybody. This is Noobsville, as somebody's just pointed out to me. I'm kind of new to the game, running a dedicated server, so we've had a few teething problems. Thank you for the raid, buddy. I think I'm going to be done soon. Never tried using the dedicated server for this game. It's a pain to set up, I'll be honest. It is really problematic to set up. As you can tell, look, here's the results of my trying to set the thing up properly. We had a lot of deaths this evening. Lot of deaths this evening. Yeah, it's alright though, it's all part of the fun. Right, this was set up to